So this is the next generation of life simulation games, and I am so excited for it. Paradox Interactive actually just announced 2 weeks ago a new life simulation game called Life by You. Rod Humble, who is leading the team, is actually a former executive producer behind The Sims, so you already know it's going to be good. And Paradox Interactive are also the team behind City Skylines, another one of my favorite games. They just made some really exciting announcements in their live stream today, and we're going to do a full deep dive. So basically, to set the scene, the concept behind this game is your world, your way. So the customization tools are unreal. So some of the key features of life simulation games like character creation and build mode are definitely taken up to a new level. So let's jump into some key features. So firstly, there's an open world concept. This is something they said was super important to Rod Humble especially, where there is going to be no loading screens and it's all about exploring freely. So you can play with one character in the house and then you can play with a second character who's maybe walking down the street or heading to work. That in itself is just going to be such a different way of playing, and that you can really bounce between different types of gameplay. So within the open world, there's also a lot creator functionality where you can get really detailed with the build. So you can build existing lots, you can build new lots, you can also freely place those lots so you can move it around. And they gave the example of moving your work right next to your house so you just don't have to walk very far. And within that, there is a town creator tool so you can fully edit the trees, the plants, the landscaping, and give it that kind of look and feel that is really customizable to you and what you want. I'm honestly so excited about that. Think of the possibilities of being able to recreate your own hometown or your dream town. I just think that's so cool. That's just something that I've always wanted. Next up, we have character creation, which is not something that I'm that excited about just because it's not my favorite thing to do in life simulation games. But good news for those people that do like it, there seems to be a color wheel. From what I can see, from what I can tell, there is a decent level of customization and body shapes. Ticks a lot of those boxes of things that we would expect from a life simulation game, but they didn't spend too much time talking about that in the live stream, so I imagine there's more info to come. Next up, we have the object creator tool, which is so cool, but they are actually allowing you to edit the scripts of objects. Something they said actually is that they want to provide a lot of the tools that the dev team uses to the wider community, which means you are really, if you have the expertise, I guess, you're able to really go in and edit the scripts of objects and their uses. For example, they said that you could change the use of a plant and you could tag it as a toilet. So you can go to the toilet in this plant. So you have so much customization at your fingertips. There's also going to be a more simplified version of that. They're saying they're currently working on a model editor. So looking at the UI of this lot creator, I'm seeing a lot of the staples. You have walls, roofs, doors, windows, wall inserts. The good thing is it doesn't feel too what's the word? It doesn't feel too alien as a game. So I imagine that it's not going to be something that takes ages and ages to learn, that if you have played The Sims for a while or any other life simulation games, you'll pretty much get the hang of it fairly quickly. Okay, moving on, we have the open conversation, which is actually a fresh concept to the genre. And it's the idea that all conversations are unique and generated in the moment. So there are thousands and thousands of unique dialogue, and the character will respond to what you're saying and the actions and dialogue that you are giving to them. So you have different categories, you have befriend, romance, antagonize, and there's different responses that they will give you, and the conversation will evolve and change, and it will process the different responses that you're giving and respond accordingly. So within this open conversation genre, there is a conversation creator, which is based on real language. And as players, we are able to edit and create those conversations within this conversation editor. So we can actually go into the creator, create our own dialogue, which is exactly the same tools that the dev team uses to create that kind of those base conversations. And we can tell our own stories through this dialogue creator. You can actually go in and create your own text and then create your own responses to that text, which just feels honestly slightly overwhelming at the level of customization. But as players, we will just use what we want to use, and you can either do a deep dive into the conversations or not and just use what's available to you. But just having that access for players is so cool. I mean, having more options can only be a good thing. And also something really cool is apparently you can play as anyone at any time. So all you need to do is click on the character and you play as them. So you can actually have two-way conversations, I guess, which is such a cool concept. Now just looking at the UI of this gameplay mode, there's some really interesting categories at the bottom, like rest, food, toilet, fun, drink, social, hygiene. That seems like that's the needs bar. Very simplified. You have your character down on the bottom left, you have a phone, you have the different modes at the bottom. You have like the person mode, the house mode, the tool mode, settings mode. There's also the speeds down in the bottom right of how fast or slow you want to spend the day. And oh my God, I just realized there's actually the date, Sunday, June 1st. So it's following a calendar, which is really cool. So those are kind of the main highlights and key features for Life by You. The open world concept, character creation, lot creator, open conversations and conversation creator, town creator, and object editor. Then they tease a whole bunch of other creation tools, which they didn't give any teasers for or like actual gameplay for, but let me read you out the list. This is pretty unreal. Event creator, item creator, shop creator, object creator, mod creator, career creator, quest creator, script creator, gameplay creator, recipe creator, skill creator, trait creator, crafting creator, collectible creator, outfit creator, household creator, story creator, life creator, Life by You. Oh my God. See, I don't even know where to start with all of that. We don't know how that is going to look, how detailed you're going to be able to get into that, but the possibilities feel endless with this game, and this is still only the beginning. And I think from that list, the ones that intrigue me the most is the career creator, being able to actually create how your character makes money and what that looks like day to day and the different actions they have to do and where they have to go. That is so cool. So career creator is probably the one that intrigues me the most. But this is really only the first live stream that they've shown, and it already looks so cool. I'm already so excited, but we know we have so much more to see over the next couple of months. So at the end, they did share that you can actually pre-order the game already right now over on Epic Games. I will leave all of the links down below. And early access starts on September 12th. So they've already given a date to work towards. So make sure you put that in your calendars. If you do sign up for the early access, you do get some bonus content. So what's really important for them is the people on the early access will be able to give them some feedback, and they will continue to develop the game throughout early access based on the needs and the requirements of the community. So even though we have all of this customization available already, they will work with those early access players to really like tailor the game to the needs of the community. So that is it, which to be honest was such a short, like top level summary of everything that they jumped into in the live stream. So I will link the full live stream down below. If you want to see all of the footage that they shared, I really highly suggest watching it. But I'm so excited. This really seems like there's so much potential here, and there's just really, it's been a long time coming, I think. And I think there's going to be a lot of excitement building up over the next few months, and we'll hopefully be able to see a lot more from the team, and they'll share more with us. So I hope that was helpful to you all. And remember, don't forget to check out some of the resources down below to learn more. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.